Good morning and welcome to Football League World TV on this rather chilly Monday morning. My name's Ned Holmes and I'm joined by my Football League World colleague Billy Mully to discuss the nominees for the Football League World Fans Championship Player of the Month Award for November. How are you doing today, Billy?
Doing well, thank you. As you say, it's very cold, but I can't complain too much. Otherwise, the Northerners will start moaning at me for my southernness.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, the cold weather does signal that the hectic festive period's nearly upon us. But the past month in the Championship has brought plenty of drama of its own and, of course, some top quality performances. 6 of the best players have been nominated for the Football League World Fans Championship Player of the Month Award for November. The vote's open now and it runs until 9 a.m. tomorrow. The winner announced at 10:30. Head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan awards to cast your vote, or have a look on our social media for a link. So to start off, I'll run you through the 6 nominees and then me and Billy will have a little chat about each of them. So the 6 nominees are as follows: Hull City goalkeeper Nathan Baxter, Stoke City defender Danny Barr, QPR midfielder Chris Willock, Derby midfielder Tom Lawrence, Blackburn striker Ben Brereton Diaz, and Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic. Well, Billy, we'll start at the top of that list. Hull City goalkeeper and Chelsea loanee Nathan Baxter came into the team for the first time in the Championship the start of the month, and Hull have won all 4 games since. 3 clean sheets in that time for Baxter, 1 goal conceded. He's had quite some impact, hasn't he?
Yeah. It seems that he's come in and Hull have turned a corner in terms of their form. All 4 games that he's been involved in, Hull have won. 12 points from a possible 4 compared to 9 in total before that. So it's been a really good addition into the side, because Matt Ingram's a good goalkeeper at this level, proved that already this season. And to be fair, Hull defensively this season haven't been too bad. So Baxter's come in and instilled a bit more confidence. And although they did concede at the weekend, I think just the way he reacted to the situation of Bradshaw bearing down on goal, how quickly he got out to his line, wasn't able to stop it because it was a brilliant goal. But I think there's a lot of positives to come from what he's done so far in a Hull shirt. As you say, three clean sheets going into that game. And he's looked really good, instilled a lot of confidence into that defence as well. A young defence with Jacob Greaves, Deschamps Bernard as well as the centre-backs. So, yeah, I think it's a very positive month for Hull, and particularly Baxter, who's reaping the rewards of the statistics, really. 1 goal conceded in 4 is a great return, and I don't see Ingram getting back into the side at present.
Absolutely. So if you think Hull City goalkeeper and Chelsea loanee Nathan Baxter deserves to be named the Football League World Fans Player of the Month for November, head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. Another player, Billy, who sort of has, returned to this, forced their way, or got their chance rather in a side for the first time earlier this month, and that's Danny Barr. Obviously came in after Harry Souttar's injury. We all know just how impressive Souttar's been this season, but Barr has come in, and I guess at a time when things could have derailed for Stoke, has brought real calmness. 26 clearances, finding himself in that right place, helping Stoke keep 3 clean sheets. Just how important has he been, and the strength of his performances after Souttar's injury?
He's been massive, really. I think it's not just Souttar, it's Powell that as well. He spends a lot of time on the sidelines. So for Stoke fans, it's been quite a damaging few weeks for them. But with Bart's performances, obviously coming in for Souttar, played a couple of games with Souttar as well this season. But he's proven that not just got the physical capabilities and the defensive capabilities, but he can also play this possession-based style. They've got the likes of Ben Wilmot and Leo Ostergaard, who are both ball-carrying players who look to find midfield. And Bart as well, he's adapting to that, and he's looking good when bringing the ball forward. And as you say there, defensively speaking, there's not many questions about what he brings to the back line. But all in all, he's been a very good addition back into the side. Losing Suter obviously massive in what remains of the season. It could go all the way to May before we see him back in a Stoke shirt and playing again. But with Bart in the side and talk about what they'll do in the January transfer, it'll be interesting to see if they actually go through with what they're planning, because Bart has shown that he can step into that role and he's doing it well.
Absolutely. You do wonder whether, if this sort of form continues, that might influence what they do in January. So that's Stoke centre-back Danny Barr as our second nominee. If you want Danny Barr to win the FLW Fans Championship Player of the Month for November, head to footballleague.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your... Now we move into the midfield, and it's QPR midfielder Chris Willock, who's our next nominee. 2 goals, 1 assist. The R's sort of, they kept up pace with their playoff push and some impressive, expansive football played under Mark Warburton this season at the Kieran Prince Foundation Stadium. And Chris Willock, I guess, fits into that so well. I know, Warburton himself has said, the pace with which he can move with the ball is sort of Premier League level. But do you think outside of West London, he's often overlooked given, the other talented players that are in that squad? He's obviously rated by the QPR and fans and Warburton, but do you think the rest of us in the EFL and in the Championship should be giving him more props?
Definitely, I think Chris Willock is unbelievable. One of the best players in the entire division for me, and that's not just speaking from November. I think he's shown that at the end of last season. He showed glimpses that he could go on and enjoy a really good season, and it seems that he's gone from strength to strength this year. That's not me just saying that after he absolutely obliterated Luton single-handedly, but that's an all-round performance with him. He's been centred to everything. I think when you've got a player like Chair as well, it's very, very difficult for teams to nullify the threat of both. Both are quite similar in terms of they're very clever with their movement. One comes in, one comes out. In terms of ball progression as well, he picks the ball up in quite tight spaces. And as you were saying from the Warburton comments, he's got the pace on the ball to drift past players, and everything with him seems so effortless, which is a very, very good trait to have. And he's proven in the Championship that he's got what it takes to help QPR up in what is going to be a promotion push. And I think that when you've got players that can do what Willock can, then I think the sky's the limit for QPR and in terms of their attacking third play.
Absolutely. So if you think QPR playmaker Chris Willock deserves to be named the Football League World Fans Championship Player of the Month for November, head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. The next nominee then is Tom Lawrence, the Derby captain and midfielder. 2 goals and 2 assists for him. And it has to be said that there's a lot of love, even from Forest fans in the comments. There's from Dude Daly saying, hate to say it as a Forest fan, but Tom Lawrence must be a serious consideration for this. Seems to have galvanised the team with his goals and performances. They would be lost without him. Sam Wright adding, Tom Lawrence deserves it this month because of his performance against Bournemouth. That performance against Bournemouth, Billy, obviously, dragged them over the line. A hugely impressive month for Wayne Rooney's side in that so much going on off the field, the additional points deduction, of course, and also a lot of rumours about Lawrence's future, but he's really proven his worth to Derby as both their captain and as a key attacking player, isn't he?
Yeah, well, when you think of Derby this season, every time they've been faced with uncertainty, points deductions, off the field issues, they've managed to react brilliantly. And I think that can be said about Tom Lawrence as well. Speculation about his future, speculation about does he want to be at the club anymore, but he's answered that with some terrific performances. As the comments say, he's got to be up there with in terms of contention for this award because of how brilliant he has been. Obviously the captain as well, galvanising the team as the first comment said. So there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders as captain and as this sort of creative outlet, sort of a talismanic figure as well for them. He's expected to be sort of the final piece of the jigsaw and score goals, but he's also expected to carve chances out and I think another key factor this season under Wayne Rooney is that that they sort of defend from the front really, and the way that they do press and the way they do harry opposition it's created some chances for them as well. So there's a lot of things to like about Lawrence at the moment. Obviously, been a very good player at championship level for a while now, and that's earned him interest elsewhere as well. But at Derby at the moment, he's performing out of his skin, and there's no reason why he couldn't go on to win this award.
Absolutely. More love as well from Leo in the comments says, absolutely agree on Lawrence. He's been fantastic. So if you want Tom Lawrence to win the November Football League World Fans Championship Player of the Month award, head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. We move forward to the strikers then, Billy, and it's two players that have featured on this list before, and you'd imagine will keep featuring on this list. Such is the quality of their performances so far this term. Ben Brereton Diaz, obviously, we've talked so much about his fairy tale sort of summer and start to the season, but you know, kept up that pace, and Blackburn up to fourth, which I think, you know, Tony Mowbray deserves a huge amount of credit for, but as does Brereton Diaz. He continues to be their star man up top. 4 goals for Brereton Diaz this month, and 6 key passes as well, showing, you know, his creative side as well. Do you expect him, Billy, you know, if given just how impressive he's been this term, you know, do you expect interest in him in January?
Yeah, I think Blackburn will be bracing themselves for even more interest. I think there was a little bit of interest in the summer, but yeah, it'd be no surprise to see other teams come in for him in the summer in respective top tiers all around Europe, because it's not just his goals, it's his ability to get in behind. He's quite clever as well. He'll pretend to go in behind and come into feet and link the play that way. So there's a lot that he brings to that forward role. Obviously a bit of a physical presence as well, which helps the likes of Kadra running off him, the likes of Dolan as well. But I think it's also those kind of players, Kadra, Dolan, Rothwell operating sort of with his sort of marauding runs through the middle, that helps Diaz score as many goals as he does, because he's got excellent supply lines. And I think that's a key thing with Blackburn. Obviously, we've seen it last year with Armstrong, obviously another brilliant player, but he also had that supply line through Blackburn, and that's why his goal tally was boosted so much. I think with Brereton Diaz as well, he's 22. He's got such a high ceiling, and even if it sort of falls off in terms of his goal scoring record this season, I still imagine there'll be interest just because of how high that ceiling is and how much he can achieve as a player. But yeah, all in all, this year he's been brilliant. I think it's 16 goals now. If he remains a Blackburn player for what remains of this season, and Mitrovic maybe departs, then he can definitely break that Ivan Toney record that was set last year. He'll be viewing that as an achievable target, because still over half the season to go and he's already achieved half of the amount of goals that Tony's got. So yeah, I think it's all looking up for Blackburn at the moment. It seems a long time ago now that there were cries for Mowbray to go and losing their star man in Armstrong and not really replacing him. But bar that 7-0 against Fulham, that they've looked really, really strong this season.
Absolutely. And as you say there, you know, Brereton Diaz, 16 goals this season. Were it not for the next man on this list, we may be talking about one of the great championship seasons. But 4 goals for Brereton Diaz in November. And if you think he deserves to be named the Football League World Fans Championship Player of the Month for November, head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. You've got until 9 a.m. tomorrow. We previewed it there, and the final name on our list, Alexander Mitrovic of Fulham, 3 goals, 2 assists in November, taking his tally to 21 goals for the season. Quite remarkable 2021-22 so far for the Serbian. Billy, we've almost run out of superlatives at this point. It's sort of hard to know what else to say about the Serbian, isn't it?
Very difficult. Yeah, it seems that he's been on this list every single month, and I probably expect him on there next month as well, because they've got the easy task of playing Luton. So there's a lot to love about Mitrovic. Obviously, doing it for Serbia as well. scoring important goals for Serbia, scoring lots of goals for Fulham, 21 goals this season in 19 games. And I think he's similar to Brereton Diaz, where sort of the supply lines help him massively in terms of his goals tally, likes of Carvalho, likes of Bobby Reid, Cabano as well, Harry Wilson, all players that are consistently supplying him with chances, but it's his intelligence in the box and obviously his final product as well that's got him all these goals. I think he's only 10 goals already off Tony's record, and even if he is to depart in January, I expect him to run that quite close. But yeah, it's a lot to be excited about for Fulham fans, because he's been brilliant. And you just can't really see his run of scoring to end, really. Fulham are a side that consistently create chances, even in the absence of Mitrovic. I mean, he's got a few goals already this season. So, yeah, in terms of the chances supplied, that's not going to die down. But yeah, Mitrovic is unbelievable in this division. A Premier League player in the Championship at the moment, and hopefully for Fulham fans and for the rest of the Championship neutrals, hopefully he does remain in the second tier in what remains of this season.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mitrovic, a stunning, a historic season, certainly a memorable one for him, and not least because he continues to be named on the Football League World Fans shortlists. Just a reminder then of the 6 nominees: Nathan Baxter, the Hull City goalkeeper; Danny Bartz, the Stoke City defender; QPR midfielder Chris Willock; Derby midfielder Tom Lawrence; Blackburn striker Ben Brereton Diaz; and of course Fulham frontman Alexander Mitrovic. The vote is open now. It closes at 9 a.m. tomorrow, with the winner announced at 10:30. Head to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to cast your vote. Billy, thanks very much for talking to me this morning, and thanks everyone for watching.